everyone. Life and nature go on regardless, despite of what happens to single individual. Life cycle of human beings will continue regardless of what happens to single individual who may die. Nothing stops for anyone. It moves on, the life moves on. And we can see in our nature, nothing is going to stop. Sun is not going to shine. Moon is not going to come during night. That means everything will proceed further. So, we should be positive towards our life. We should not stop anywhere. If someone very close to us left us, we should also try to move on. So today, we are going to read about this emotional poem, Break, 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 by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Now, about the poet, Alfred Lord Tennyson was one of the most popular Victorian poets of England. His poem covers a wide range of themes and are known for their rich, descriptive imagery and lyrical quality. This poem, Break, 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 is an elegy, a sad and thoughtful poem written in memory of someone who has died or something in the past. It centers on Tennyson's grief over the death of his friend. Grief and the indifference of nature are the two main themes of this poem. The sea rises and falls in a tireless rhythm and does not acknowledge tragedy in the everyday life of the people. Now, let me recite the poem for you. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea, and I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Oh, well for the fisherman's boy that he shouts with his sister at play. Oh, well for the sailor lad that he sings in his boat on the bay. And the stately ships go on to their heaven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea, but the tender grace of a day that is dead will never come back to me. Very emotional poem. Tennysson, who is the main protagonist of this poem, he lost his friend and he is not able to forget this friend and he is not able to move forward in his life. Let me explain you stanza by stanza. The first stanza. Break, break, break on thy cold grey stones, O sea. Here the poet is addressing the sea. He is seeing that how the waves of the sea, it is so energetic, so youthful, full of energy, full of life, how it is floating. And I would that my tongue could utter the thoughts that arise in me. Now here, the meaning of utter means speak aloud. Now the poet is saying to the sea, he is addressing the sea and wants to express his feelings, his emotions, his sadness to the sea. He is seeing that how the waves, who was so full of energies, he was youth, he was full of life, coming forward, moving forward The sea doesn't stop moving. Again the waves come forward with that energy, that youthfulness, with full of life. But here the poet is so sad. He wants to express his sadness, his emotions to the sea. How come you manage to forget the sadness in your life, and how are you able to move forward? I also want to move forward, but I am not able to do so. Oh well, for the fisherman's boy that he shouts to the sister at play. Oh well, for the sailor lad that he sings in his boat on the bay. Now the second stanza is full of life, full of fun, full of joyfulness, full of happiness. The fisherman's boy who is playing with his sister is very happy, and he is so happy that he shouts while playing with his sister. At the same time, on the sea, a sailor lad means a youth sailor. He is sailing, he is rowing his boat, and he is very happy and he is singing in happiness. So the whole stanza is full of life, full of energy, full of happiness. The poet is watching them. And the stately ships go on to the heaven under the hill. But oh, for the touch of a vanished hand and the sound of a voice that is still. Now here, stately means big and grand. Heaven means safe and peaceful place. Now, the ship is moving forward on the sea. At the same time, nothing is stopping for anyone, for anything. And the poet is watching all these things. And he's just, after seeing all these things, he also wants to move forward in his life. But something is stopping him. What was that? His memory of his beloved friend who left him few months ago, might be few years ago, and he is not able to be out of that memory. Always he feels the hand, his friend's hand on his shoulder, because he keeps on thinking about his friend. He keeps on thinking the time, the happy, the time which was full of happiness, full of enjoyment that he spent with his friend. And that's why he's not able to move forward. But here, in this stanza, we come to know that does life stop for anything? Does nature stop for anything? No. And here the big representation of this is ship. It does not stop for anyone, for any traveler. It moves forward to its destination, and it stops at its destination where it is a peaceful place. After resting for some time, again it starts its journey. So we are seeing here that nothing is going to stop for anyone. And the poet also wants to move forward in his life. Break, break, break at the foot of thy crags, O sea, but the tender grace of the day that is dead will never come back to me. Crags means love. The poet is saying here that my friend who is no more, he's not going to come back to me. So I should try forward. So here, it's being said that now the poet wants to move forward and he is hopeful that he will be able to move forward in his life. He has now understood that nothing is going to stop for anyone, for any single individual. We have to move forward, we have to be positive towards our life. We should keep on moving, keep on going to our goal, to our destination. We should not stop for anyone. Though their memory will remain in our heart, but that doesn't mean that we should stop living. We should stop moving forward. We should keep on moving. That is the nature, that is what life says. Keep on moving